Yo, y'all want to know one thing that I hate in the 2A space? I think it's when someone, no, not even the 2A space, but the entertainment business overall. And I won't say have to, but I will tell you a little bit about the inside of the entertainment industry overall, or people that are upcoming stars or inspiring models or YouTubers slash gun tubers or people who want to get into the 2A space and potentially build up an audience as to where they could get money or be in the forefront or advertise themselves as such. I'm just going to give a couple examples of the type of drawbacks, as to personally why I wouldn't want to invest in with someone else or go too deeply on relying on friendships and the fake ones that come in the entertainment industry. And it's not just going to be in this video or with me for a specific, but this is something that you can ask many people in the entertainment industry about. There's some lame ass people who are trying their best to run up a following and just worry about shout outs and getting exposure more than actually doing something that could be beneficial in the long run in terms of business and how they show themselves on the internet or to the audience that they're trying to portray themselves a certain way though too. And that could go over a lot of people's head. For example, I recently was talking to someone who was in the 2A space, and it was seemingly, through my perspective, organic conversation starter about the inspiration, because I've seen her for a minute, as far back as I believe 2023, maybe a little bit before then, not too long after I got my first gun, as y'all know, is the Burst of Thunder 380. And the only problem or the reason it inspired me to make this video is because despite how I wanted to come off, just telling her nothing more than to just get a YouTube channel and to get in the space and that it was inspiring, I really thought it was at most going to be like a thank you, maybe like a like, comment, and further it is from there. But this person, whoever it is, had, followed me, asked my number, asking for advice on gaming, and me personally, yeah, all that's cool. I just think when the lines is blurred as to when I can't tell or no, when I know that you're trying to be friendly or trying to gain a friendly conversation.
So I do want to stream because I'm funny as hell and I'll be talking a lot of shit, especially when it comes to like gaming. I grew up being like super dived into games. Once I became like of age, I started kind of shying away from gaming because I was too busy being out in these streets. But now that I'm a whole mom and shit, I've been getting back into it because it's a cool way for me and my daughter to bond. And she don't know about my gaming life because she wasn't born, of course. But it's like really cool for her to see, her mom gaming, her getting into the world. And I know it's so much money that we can make, especially when you got a personality, you fun, you consistent, and you fire with it. So yeah, I really want to tap in. So I'm like, okay, let me get my YouTube page in order so I can kind of show all the versatility of different things that we do as queens.
I think it is when it's to the point where the lines could get blurred as to, okay, this could potentially be an acquaintance. I won't say friend because this is obviously just through social media. It takes time to be a friend. But there's some people who think it's okay to act friendly, speak friendly, sound friendly, and gain some, or at least give up the illusion and verbally say and give a feeling of some type of courtship or not say friendship, not say friendship, but acquaintanceship in a way that they feel, I guess, is justified just due to us being in the entertainment business and having two different platforms. But this is for everyone else that's interested.
Very big on giving people their flowers. So in advance, I'm letting you know now. There will be a segment on the YouTube where I'll be just giving people their flowers, shouting out everyone who's poured into me, into the Queens on a Mission movement in any type of way. Because I feel like that's just necessary. Like, we don't do that enough. People get to where they want to go and then they they make it seem like everything is self-made, but it's not. Everything isn't self-made. Like, it do take a tribe. It do take people who see your light and want to pour into you organically. And for me, now, I'm a firm believer of the power in words and manifestation. So you got 1,000,000. Like, we manifesting that. You there. You already there. So congratulations in advance. And yeah, I don't know where to start. I know that, like I said, I know that I need to have like my intros and outro so that for every video I can have that on there. But I guess just figuring out my mojo. So when I'm editing, and I know I'm very animated and fun, so I want my videos to, show that, show my personality and my humor and stuff too. I love a good voiceover, and then the fact that most of my audience will also be coming from a whole nother community. I want to make sure I cater to them as well. So most of my videos will either have captions, but
On some real shit, I think it'd be crazy as fuck to not show the versatility if you got it, especially like you said. It's, respectfully, it coming out of my mouth, like you said, like fine, consistent. In other words, I took that as marketable, and I'm glad that you know that. So knowing that you can do that, it just be like a waste, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you already got the tools and already building the foundation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see why not be smart with it. Like, excuse my tone, though. But you already got it. Like, shit, especially, like, knowing that you funny and, like, knowing that you can put that, your free time into getting money. Because, like, shit, I know you don't want to be like me, goddamn, just fucking sitting around. Like, shit, I do this shit a lot because I do fuck with it, if I'm being real. But, I don't know, because it's a passion that's to the point it's addictive and beneficial. So at the same time, it's sort of hard not to do it because of that reason. Just because someone is talking to you with a following or giving you some type of info, or even if you do wish to collaborate, do not be like the person that I'm giving an example of. Shit, whoever else responds, I'm making a video on next. Because personally, this isn't the first time I've came across it. And it's not even her, you know what I'm saying? You don't really have to hate her, 9 times out of 10, y'all don't really know or personally care about who it is, but just know this behavior before you entertain anyone in the entertainment industry and how to spot it. And I'm not saying I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, obviously didn't get too deep to the point where, this could be like, oh, this is my best friend off camera. I'm still was thinking about it from the perspective as it through a business. But it's the actions I don't fuck with. And I know that I'm only posting her in this video in specific, but just overall, anybody who is in the entertainment industry, I feel like could vouch for me if you've been in there for a minute. We got to stop excusing this fake-ass behavior or allowing these types of people who think it's okay to fake fuck with people or act as if they know someone just to get info or be put on with some game, or just to out here purposely trying to use people to up their platforms, or you know what I'm saying? That to me is all lame. And it's a difference between business and fake fucking with somebody. For example, I believe his name was Mr. J Firearms. This dude doesn't personally talk to me that much. He follows me at times. If he do see something that he likes, he just simply likes it. He's not in my DMs. He's not offering me to go out. He's not asking me for game or advice or even offering it. Though I think the only reason why it started as to why he followed me, I think he just hit me up one day on a page just offering. Well, no, not even offering, but just saying he respects what I was doing. And I think that's the furthest the conversation went, with the exception of him telling me to sign up for a concealed carry class later on, which, I'm not too much against. That's he's a businessman. I'm glad he's showing his cards up front and now, and I think that's exactly how you should do it. Keep business, keep courtship and apprenticeship. If you feel like you have to wait on a shout out or take someone else's platform, especially after saying, oh yeah, let me shout you out, or let's build a platform together, or, let's just put each other in the background and not make it seem like it's a one-way thing, or as if that we all do it all by ourselves, even though it's people out here, quote unquote, building a, let's just say, empire or some type of social platform with each other. Just do not let it all be on one person. And, I completely respect that message. I can't go against it. I 100% agree. But like I said, there's too many people out here who would purposely put on masks and try to befriend you, and you pretty much see it in the entertainment industry all the time. Let me just give you an example with rappers, right? Rappers, you may see them smoking in the studios, in each other's music videos, got hella pictures posed up next to each other because their manager told them to, or it could be good for the industry and all that other stuff. But as of now, I just still don't see as to why is this type of behavior still so common. Personally, I believe if you feel like you have to fake fuck with someone, you're not going to make it. I'm just going to tell you that now. It will catch up in your tracks, or people will snitch on you and obviously give you up, and people that they actually care for that do work in this entertainment space will give you up so you don't fuck with somebody that they're potentially working with, or potentially make them look bad by them putting you on or letting someone that you do know is bad fuck with them. If you're around here fake fucking with people and then disappearing on them, and remember, let's not put the emphasis on disappearing, because I know a lot of people want to take the words out of context, just like the other dude or Lulu Tactical, for example, people who, when they did actually respond or, gave a slight bit of attention, they kept it business. They make it 100% clear that I'm not your friend. Yeah, but if you have to fake fuck with people, or those type of people you feel like it's okay to be around, you're also not going to make it there as far either. There's no one that think it's okay to fuck with someone without potentially giving them a warning of it beforehand. For example, there was somebody who used to run parties and shit like that, and I've never personally went through one, but I had a friend that I was actually friends with, I actually talk and chill with outside of the entertainment industry and business, and I still post and share, and we still keep in contact and stuff like that today. He came across somebody else, the other person who runs the house parties, and with the potential of making an event. I was like, yep, that's 100% cool. There is nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people who want to be on the forefront or in front of the camera are a lot of times insecure, or just don't overall know too much on what to do on the entertainment industry besides put the attention towards them, because that's all they can bring to the table is attention. They make themselves a product versus knowing the business side of it, or knowing more behind the business. For example, running these house parties and for, let's say, making people shoot at cars or break in stuff on camera just to make it seem real to run up views. Like, those are a lot of the people on camera. They're not business savvy. They're not really the smartest. They're typically taken advantage of the industry, to act out and show off on camera. And they typically have a low amount of options besides doing stuff in front of the camera. And they're typically also not the best of the best, or not exactly who they portray themselves to be. Which isn't wrong if you're being real about that. But when you're being fake on the camera and off it, now it's only stunting you overall, because no one behind the cameras and on the camera is going to fuck with you, especially if you're wishing to come out here and collaborate and be the forefront and the product. Because since everyone knows your face, because you made yourself the face of your product or whatever you're trying to promote on the internet, everyone knows and could point out your face as to that person not to fuck with. Let's just give a bigger example. Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. Everybody fuck with Young Thug. He's allegedly real, genuine, on and off behind the camera. And his friend, oh, don't do that thug shit, I'm not gay. Just doing weird shit and saying some shit like that, off the camera, even though on camera, on stage, matter of fact, even though they both got their names tatted on each other, he still will try to find a way to justify him saying that quote unquote salty shit, even though I personally disagree. This is just one of the few examples that actually happen in the entertainment industry. Or just something such as, like the musicians, they're typically the fakest of the fakest with each other. As long as your name ring bells, they're keeping that number on your phone and keeping your name in contact from the get-go, so they potentially do work in business and so forth, or at least in contact with the managers. But obviously, when things go down, or your numbers go down and the shows ain't selling as much, people will they'll stop keeping up the facade, you know? Another thing too, please don't be in this two-way space if you only want money. Because I'm trying to tell you, you're not going to make it. I'm just going to keep it a flat-out buck with you. If you don't actually care about educating people on self-defense, at least to some extent, not a lot of people are going to take you serious, at least for that. Gun bunnies is going to be the next video, because they are a good example of people who portray themselves and use their sexual appeal to gain an audience while also trying to make it look as if they're for the 2A space, but they also are not known or paid attention to for that. Like, they know that's the girl with guns, but they're most likely looking at other parts, or parts that they shouldn't be looking at, as to why they entertain or why she got a following. And, you know, of course, for obvious reasons, a lot of people don't respect that. But let's save that for the next video.